Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I want to start this video off with some good news. So a reaction mashup channel called Panda Annie Collector featured me in one of their reactions, which is Osama Rankings episodes, like the past two episodes. So I've been watching reaction mashups for like a long time. I've always enjoyed it. It always feels like you're watching it with your friends, which kind of is the principle. And yeah, it's always fun to watch stuff with your friends and online friends. It's kind of the same thing. Everything has kind of the same principle, like streaming. Moist Critical does a very good job of explaining it. I think it's one of his Fortnite streams, but he makes some really good points about people being lonely in general, and that's why streams are succeeding. Because, I mean, it's not a negative thing, it's nothing to be frowned upon, nothing to be seen as pathetic, because humanity helping each other as a community, just being friendly to each other, that's a good step forward. And internet has just helped us with that. Like, I am a complete nobody sitting in my cubicle in my house, and I can share this stuff for people to watch, and that's fun. That's so awesome. And Panda Annie Collector in particular, I've been watching since, I don't even remember, when did Made in Abyss come out? I think 2017, right? The first reaction mashups that I watched from him was Made in Abyss, and then I think I watched Violet Evergarden the next year. But yeah, I've been following him for a long time, so being featured in his video, it's like a dream come true. And it's also very beneficial for the channel because he gets way more views, so it might bring in viewers from his channel to mine, and I'm very passionate about sharing my content to as many people as possible. I would be very glad if I could make a career out of this, but until then, I'm just happy with whoever's watching. One more time, thank you, Panda Annie Collector, for featuring me in your videos. Anyway, now the subject at hand right now. Demon Slayer, Yukokohen. It's fucked. Like, the title completely bamboozled us with the previous episode. What did it say? It said defeating an upper rank demon. No, you are not defeating an upper rank demon. The Hashira is on the fucking ground with an arm missing. Zenitsu is fine. Inosuke is almost completely fucked. There's no way Inosuke is recovering from that, at least not in this battle. He's not gonna die, he's one of the main characters. So anyway, the situation is fucked right now. The demons are essentially unharmed. Like, Daki, all she needs to do is attach her head again, and Gyutaro is just virtually unharmed. So the only way I see them getting out of the situation is with the help of Shinobu, because Inosuke will die. No, even if not from the fatal wound, he'll die from the poison. So, and Shinobu's the only one who can counter that. So if Shinobu helps them, okay, but otherwise, what are they going to do? So yeah, maybe Zenitsu will go nuclear, which will be really fun to watch. Maybe a new Nozomu Abe scene? I don't know. I'll take it. I'll take any Nozomu Abe scenes. With the last episode, we did not get any of the big animators appearing, right? We didn't have Gokimura, we did not have Masayaki Kunihiro, and we did not have Nozomu Abe. But the episode still looked very good because Ufotable. They can take above average animation and make it look incredible. As I've said multiple times in all of my review sections and anime analysis sections, they are the best at what they do. They are the best at action animation with combination of 2D and 3D. Otherwise, Bones are still the best, like Mob Psycho 100. It's like they set the standards. Really hard to break that with the animation stuff that Ufotable has. Ufotable compensates for their lack of Sakuga animators with just the sheer awesomeness of their compositing staff. So anyway, something I've been wondering when I thought about Shinobu is that why don't all Demon Slayers just lace their swords with Wisteria poison? Are they just stupid? Like, if you did that, Tengen was able to cut off Gyutaro's legs. That would be like a lot of poison that goes into Gyutaro's system if Tengen's sword had Wisteria poison in them. But it just doesn't. So why not? They're fine with lacing kunai with poison, so why not just lace your swords with poison? Another thing, Akaza versus Rengoku. Rengoku sliced off Akaza's arms, what, 20 fucking times? Not that many times, but he did slice them off a lot of times, and he healed them instantly. So what Wisteria poison does is that it inhibits healing just enough that you can strike under the time, and that that's all that Rengoku would have needed, right? There was one time where he sliced both of Akaza's arms clean off, and that would have been more than enough of an opening for him to just slice his head off. But that never happened because they don't use poison on their swords. Maybe it's something about... I don't think it's about honor or anything. Like, he's a shinobu. Shinobu? Fuck. He's a shinobi. Okay, shinobu, shinobi. Now I see the play of words. But yeah, Tengen is a shinobi. I don't think he cares about honor while fighting. He uses his swords as nunchucks, for fuck's sake. And he uses explosives. He uses kunai support from his wife. It's not about honor. It's just that he won't use it. Maybe it's like plot convenience. Yes, he would be overpowered if he used poison with his swords. So yeah, that's it. Kind of weird. It's like the Marvel Cinematic Universe where no other character uses the Iron Man suit, right? Except Iron Man and Spider-Man. Spider-Man has a suit. He has the Iron Spider. But imagine like Thor with an Iron Man suit. Like, he could charge his suit to like max power every time and then blast everything. He would be way too overpowered. So I guess that's the same idea here. If Rengoku had poison in his sword, yeah, Akaza does not stand a chance. But it's still kind of weird that they just ignored that. Yeah, so that's about it. That's just something I wanted to rant about before getting into the video. Demon Slayer Yukukohen episode 10, starting with that fucking image of him on the floor. 3, 2, 1, now. Zenitsu is so fucking cool. Classic shonen protagonist thing to say. That box is CGI and it looks really good. Just notice that. This opening does not fit this episode. I like how Daki is the focus of the opening and she's not even a threat. It's Gyutaro. They do show Gyutaro's blood demon art there. I never noticed that. I just thought it would be Daki's, but no. They do show Gyutaro too, so yeah, I noticed that. Da 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 da. Never give up your way. Yeah, what happens here? Okay, that wasn't unexpected at all. Is he passing out? Another probably flashback or something, right? We gotta have it. Yeah. Oh. I agree. There's no reason for you to. That looked really cool. Wow, the lighting. That is so good. Okay, now they're going too much. What is this? It's like the post Holy Grail War. I love these bokeh shots. It's so good. Like when the background is blurred. Oni-chan, he's the one who burned me. He's definitely not dead. Imoto. Yeah, don't even try, Anjiro. Okay. I thought for a second there that he's gonna be like, exactly, he's gonna be like, oh, it's your sister. But no. I like Gurutaro more now. This is not funny. I know, but sad sack. Fucking hell. There, another Hashira has to come here right now. Okay, that's not good. These visuals are outstanding. Yeah, this is amazing. Okay, now you're overdoing it, Gyutaro. We get it, but you don't have to overdo it. Even if the digital fire does not mix very well, it still looks amazing. His fingers are totally fucked. Jeez. Exactly what I was waiting for him to ask. Him turning into demon? He won't do it because Rengoku didn't do it. Headbutt? No headbutt. Headbutt. Okay. But he can neutralize the poison, right? He did it! Why did he not regenerate like he did with against Yuzui? I don't get it. Are you fucking serious? You stopped. Tanjiro, are you... the favor of beheading me? Oh, that's not it. He was just wasn't able to cut through. You can help him. Yes, Zenitsu. Wow, that was amazing. You've been wrong every single time you've opened your mouth. So maybe shut up. I love the shading here. Fuck. How is he holding his own? Wow, this is movie quality again. Wow. This switch that they keep doing, it's so insane. I don't know what that is. And the music is also amazing. Fits the scene. Here we go again. This is Kunihiro, right? I think this is Masayaki Kunihiro. Oh my god. I'm so lightheaded right now. What am I witnessing? Her head is about to get ripped off. How is he here? What? Okay, that makes more sense. How poetic. Please, no, no more games. Let it be over. You've did enough. You've done enough, really. What do you mean it's not over yet? No, you cut it off. You did. Jeez. He's got a self-destruct button. Hello? Cut to the next scene, please. The show's a masterpiece. I'm sorry, I have to say it. I know everything that you can say negative about the show. I know all the reasons why the show is not perfect. I get it. I agree. But the show is a masterpiece. Except for the way it ends episodes. That sucks. We're blessed to get this content from Ufotable. Truly blessed. Seriously? I don't think he's alright. Don't make a joke out of this, come on. The episode is over. So what do I do now? Do I watch it again from start to finish? Is that what I'm doing? Because I wouldn't mind that. I think I should. Oh, damn. Oh, I need a moment. Immediately with the composite, with the way it began, it reminded me of episode 1 of the season. It was really good. Right? The lighting, the particle effects, the digital fire, which looked digital, but it would still mixed very well with the background. All of it looked amazing. So the problem is that the episode that came before that, episode 8 of Yukagohen, people praised that as the best looking episode. I didn't agree. It wasn't the best looking episode. The composite was good, but it was not anything beyond incredible, because I think they went a bit too overboard with it. It was like using AAA textures in stuff that's not all that refined. But here, every single element used to create this masterpiece of an episode. Saying that this surpasses episode 19 of season 1 would be a disgrace. This blows that out of the park and goes multiple steps beyond. It runs entire marathons beyond episode 19. Episode 19 is so far beyond that episode. I ruined everything. Episode 19 is so far back that it's like a dot to Yokokuhen episode 10. This is the peak of Demon Slayer. It might even get better than this. I don't know. But man, was this the most amazing, probably shounen episode I've seen. It's like the hypest My Hero Academia episode, but produced even better. This is like Endeavor arc, right? Endeavor's arc's final episode is like my favorite episode. It is my favorite episode of My Hero Academia. This is like that, but multiple characters involved. Like beautifully executed. Whether it's story, I don't need to talk about animation. But boy, every loose end tied up perfectly. I thought Zenitsu's training has led him to eightfold, but no, he has a whole different kind of final move, which is Godspeed. I will look at that again. Inosuke, he can shift the positions of his organs. Okay, cool. But the poison not working makes sense because he lived in the mountains. He ate all kind of shit, so demon poison probably doesn't work anymore. Tanjiro got his fucking jaw. It pierced here. Tanjiro first of all got his fingers folded all the way backwards, 180 degrees fold. And my heart stopped when I saw that. Insane. No shonen characters doing that. Yes, Deku's breaking fingers, but have you ever seen Deku getting impaled here through his mouth by a poisoned sickle? I keep calling it a scythe sometimes, but it's a sickle. What the fuck? And the manga panels, it shifts like to artwork that looks like colored manga panels, but with thick line work that's always moving to make the scenes dynamic. It's still frames, but Ufotable can take still frames and make them dynamic. That's what Ufotable does. And all of that looked amazing. I think this will be a 2-hour video because I'm going to break down all of them, everything I saw. First and foremost, I need to look at who the gods, beyond gods, the inhuman organisms that were able to construct this episode, make it what it is. Because I have no words. I really have no words. I might cry. If I cry, that's because they deserve my tears. What the fuck did I just witness? I'm just gonna go to analyst forum. Yeah, I'm crying because of how good the episode was. This happens sometimes, but damn. I need to go to the analyst forums and check what people have to say about this. Okay, let's start. I've calmed down a bit. I'm not really calmed down all the way, but calmed down a bit. Just a bit. So yes, Nozumu Abe did animate. I just didn't even catch it. I was just so lost in the moment that I forgot to even catch it. Yeah, so that scene that I thought was Abe. But I was speechless, so I didn't even open my fucking mouth. Again, I saw Masayaki Kunihiro and the cut, and I immediately knew it was Masayaki Kunihiro. So yeah, I can tell it's Masayaki Kunihiro from the timing. Like, it's easy to tell from the timing that it's Masayaki Kunihiro. Go Kimura, Shinichi Kurita, Nozomu Abe. They brought everything. They got all the big guns out for this episode. Kazuhiro Miwa, more Kazuhiro Miwa stuff. Damn. Kazuhiro Miwa stuff is always a joy to watch. And he did the Godspeed scene. Very epic. I have to take this episode from the top because that's really is it. So we see here, this is the pathetic composite from the previous episode. Nothing compared to this episode. Get to the episode and immediately I see the difference in shading, the lighting. It is movie quality. And yeah, a little bit of subversion of expectations. He's like, I have to do what I can do. Oh shit. He's right in front of me. What the fuck do? I really can't do anything against an upper moon now, can I? And she's just sitting there having her brother punish the kids who were bullying her. It's funny to think about, but yeah. Inosuke lost a lot of fucking blood, but thankfully he's switched the position of his heart. And he was obviously just doing recovery breathing. So here, let me just watch this again. So snappy. In multiple instances, like, they make you feel as if Gyutaro is gonna change, maybe, but no, he's pure evil. He's an asshole. Of course, he's not gonna suddenly turn into a nice guy. This looks absolutely crazy. Throw something, and he threw that on him so that he can. The kunai is still not in him. When does he put the kunai in him? So yeah, the headbutt. So he just puts the kunai at the same time as a headbutt. This looked really weird, by the way. I did not like how they did this. How they switched this scene out with the flashback right afterwards, because what they should have done is shown Tanjiro struggle with this and then switch to the flashback, because what it makes it feels like is that Tanjiro is feeling bad for Gyutaro and not purposefully not slicing through, which is obviously isn't the case. We've seen from Tanjiro's characterization multiple times in the past that he wants to destroy evil. He even has a theme, I think it was composed by Yuki Kajira. Yuki Kajira has a track named To Destroy Evil. I don't think it's been used in the anime ever, so I recommend you check it out because it's a really cool track. Yuki Kajira is the Fate composer. And then we get this flashback and her yelling Onichiya, which makes it look like he's not cutting through because of that, which I didn't like that, but I mean the scene that comes after, it fixes that anyway. But I'm sure most people would look at the scene and go, they would cringe because they would think that Tanjiro is not killing him on purpose, but that's not the case. And yeah, he makes the parallel, it's totally fine. Wow, this is loud. Amazing line work. I don't know who storyboarded this episode. I want to check who storyboarded this episode, because it is very different. The rotation, the quick cuts, the insane line work, it is all incredible. And something like you won't really see this level of line work. The regular Ufotable episodes, just insane, this aura lifting up. It's all 2D. Any bit of 2D effects from Ufotable is appreciated. The struggle is its own beautiful artwork, and yeah, I thought she was not even gonna help, but she does. And the digital effects really shine in these shots, the bokeh shots, when you have the 2D character in front, she has incredible shading, especially the tits, the pelvic region, and the background. It's 3D, but for your eye, there's always movement in the background with the digital flames. And because of this bokeh effect, you won't notice that it's digital. It just looks like beautiful flames in the background. And that's amazing. And she uses that. Zenitsu fucking wakes up. Man, the switch in lighting is so good. Every frame switches with lighting to match Zenitsu's attack. That is crazy. That is nuts. This reminds me of Yutaka Nakamura's Ida sequence from season 5, where his exhausts are lighting up and the background matches. But that is entirely Yutaka Nakamura's talent. There's no compositing addition to that. It's just switching colors. But here, the composite is matching it. And of course, impact frames. Of course, they use impact frames for a Zenitsu attack. Slice and dice. I don't like the blur they used there, and the CGI blood was not noticeable because the background is red, but it's not very good CGI blood, but who cares? The background. It's not very noticeable in real motion either. Pulled himself out of the Irabu. Out of my way, you ugly freak. I know how fast your move is. You cannot possibly be faster. The one thing I don't like about the show, and it keeps happening, these are definitely Kazuhiro Miwa smears. For sure. This is a Kazuhiro Miwa scene. This has to be Kazuhiro Miwa scene. This could also be Nozomu Abe smears, because their smears are honestly quite similar, Kazuhiro Miwa and Nozomu Abe, but this is not Nozomu Abe, because Nozomu Abe would animate in a much flashier way. In more impact frames. Just simple impact frames. As I say that, this looks really beautiful. Wow, this impact frame is a work of art. Start with a cross flare and impact frame, and then flash black and white. Another flare, and wow, that looks amazing. Wow, the switch, the continuous switch between yellow electricity and blue electricity to then eventually turn into blue. Yellow, blue, yellow. That is so good. That is so beautiful. That is such a good decision. Whoever made that, I don't know, maybe this is still Kazuhiro Miwa. Yeah, these lines, these are Miwa, 100%. So this is still animated by him with a CG background that is heavily blurred out for obvious reasons. Wow, she immediately, I mean, I guess that's kind of a reflex that she attaches her head to the cloth, so. Wow, this is still Kazuhiro Miwa. You can see these lines again. Yeah, these are Miwa lines. 100% these lines, you see the black lines here? Again, 100% Miwa lines. I have no doubt. So Miwa animated this whole scene. That is really dope. This looks so cool. I would put this as my thumbnail for this video, but boy, this is not even the highlight. This is not even close to the highlight. This is still Kazuhiro Miwa, isn't it? His legs, wow, the veins, they're popping out so much that he's bleeding. Crazy. Zenitsu's so cool when he's sleeping. And they switched to this, which is also very similar to the way Miwa, the style of Miwa's animation, but it's nothing like Miwa's animation. Back to the extreme struggle where you can see the lines flowing up, but it's not organized lines like Miwa does. It does not have Miwa's timing, but still it's amazing. I mean, he's got two of his fingers. He's doing his best Deku cosplay with those fingers, because goddamn, those are turning black. Okay, I thought his veins were moving. They're not moving. Pulls the kunai out. Again, in the previous time he got stabbed, he just brushed it off instantly. He got the kunai struck in him after he got his legs chopped off. And before Uzui's sword could reach him, he regenerated both legs. So coming back to this, it's kind of weird. Also, man, if you just been smart about this and just killed Uzui with you had so much time in your hands, you should have just killed Uzui. If they were fighting Akaza, they have no chance, is what I'm saying. Because Akaza would not play around. He would check, hey, do you want to be a demon by any chance? No. Okay, time to fucking kill you. But yeah. Is that an impact frame? I didn't notice that. Yeah, that's an impact frame. Let's check that out. Wow, those are some cool impact frames. Is this ghosted? Even if this is ghosted, maybe. I don't even think this is ghosted. Ghosting is just dimming it so that epileptic patients can still watch it. But I don't think that's the case here. But these extremely inky impact frames. And then switch to these extremely inky blood effects. Super cool. It's already recovered from the poison. Makes sense. That's so cool. And then he held his own, which is crazy. He held his own for multiple seconds. Yeah, I'll switch to the CGI background here. Wow, that's so good. Just a shortcut, you know? You'll see that background again for a lot of this episode, but again, probably Kakani and use here too in between these scenes because, gosh, they are so smooth. And yeah, the first instance of, not really the first instance, we saw a lot of line work already, but we are going to see more of that. Super cool close-up. Look at that, man. It cuts from here all the way to here. You might think that's really abrupt and would look choppy, but it doesn't. It just makes it even more effective. And then motherfucking Uzui comes in at the very last second. Gyutaro was pissed. He was going in for the kill. And of course, Uzui wakes up then. It literally cannot be closer to his eye. Again, repelled by the sword. Again, I don't like the blurring. Okay, that's really cool that he finally used the thing in the sword. Good effect. He saved Tanjiro's life. Blood gushing out of his arm. His hand no longer exists. Which is a shame because he has 6 things he can grab. He has 3 wives, but now he only has 1 hand. Such a shame. This looks like the same animator who did the 8th episode. Yeah, same smoke animation too. 7th episode actually, after the Nozumabe scene when Uzui throws the balls in the air and then rotates and hits all of them. This is the same animator, I'm sure. He's not dead. He wasn't dead, exactly. You fucking idiot. Finished my musical score technique. I love Uzui's voice actor. He just brings the energy into all the scenes. It's so good. Again, a lot of blur. Not really fond of that. But hey. Does not make the scene bad. Look how they really muted the background. Here the background is bright. Boom, the background is completely dark. Because if the background is... Instead of making the background... If the background is bright, right? Yeah. You wouldn't be able to see the red in Gyutaro's Blood Demon art. If you make the background dark, you wouldn't see the black. So you make the background so dark that you see both the red and the black. And yeah, there's a good amount of contrast at every single frame. You can see every single individual slash coming towards him. And these are not even 2D. I don't think they're 2D. So it's not like they're affecting the animator's work. It's just good visuals. Oh my god, this is so good. He's doing this with one arm. He's using two swords with one arm. Oh my god, it's so cool. It is so cool. Is that 3D rendered? Oh my god, it's 3D rendered, isn't it? Oh my god, it's 3D. 2D, 2D, and 3D. Yeah, they drew a 2D frame almost identical to the 3D model, and then they switched to the 3D model. This is all 3D. This is all modeled. Now I get it. But that does not make it any less impressive. In fact, it makes it more impressive. And then they switched to 2D just like that. Ufotable, what the fuck? Wow, that's incredible. That is beyond impressive. Slashing through the slashes. Wow. How can it be so good? But this is not even the peak. Yeah, he did. Indeed. Cross flare. Could that be Abe? Feels like Abe's timing is also incredibly smooth. I bet this is animated in ones. Yep, it is animated in ones when the rubble is coming up. You can tell just from how smooth it is. How fluid it is. Smooth is kind of the wrong word. It's fluid. I don't know who animated that. Maybe Abe. Yeah, he turned your fucking attacks into music, bro. Deal with it. Again, extremely subtle head rotation. It's either just compositing or maybe they used Kakani again. And these light effects, light bubbles. Only Ufotable would think of doing that, and only they would execute this perfectly. No way is this possible. He's pissed. Of course he is. Wow, that looked cool. First major explosion. And this is Abe, for sure. That is Abe. Is it? I'm confused. That look like his impact frames, right? Looks like his impact frames, looks like his timing, but I'm not sure. I need to see more to tell if that's Abe or not. This is Kunihiro though. Oh my god, the reactions to this episode, it's gonna be insane. They probably already uploaded. So he kicks him, and then he hits him with this Blood Demon art that Uzui deflects. Of course he does. With one arm. Wow, this is so good. Go through multiple buildings. This is easily the most... Wait a minute. This is Abe. Right? I can already tell from the smoke. Abe. Nozomu Abe. Yeah, I mean, you can see that smear. I'll pause that. Yeah, these smears. See how I told how it's kind of similar to... what was his name? Kazuhiro Miwa, where he uses jagged lines for the smears. It's kind of similar, but it's also not very similar because he uses jagged lines with everything to show the smears. I'm ready. It reminds me of the scene in the opening of second season. The first opening, Mugen Train opening, Rengoku versus Akaza. Wow, so many layers of animation. There's particles, there's smoke, there's wind, there's blood flying everywhere. There's the foreground characters themselves. And there's of course this crazy fucking scene. And here, this is what I'm saying, the line work. here is very similar to how Miwa does the scene. Maybe Miwa is inspired by Nozomu Abe. Maybe they're both take inspiration from the same person. That happens too. Like sometimes Keiichiro Watanabe's and Shingo Yamashita's cuts look very similar fluidity and very similar movements because they both take Norio Matsumoto as their inspiration. And that might be happening here. I don't know how old Miwa is. This whole sequence is so fucking incredible. I do think, while the composite is incredible, I do think they went a little bit overboard with the composite, right? Sometimes less is more, so that you can see the animators work really well. When I'm going frame by frame here, I can see everything with perfection, but here, it just looks like they went a little bit too overboard with the composite, especially because they are blurring the foreground characters. Here, the foreground characters are blurred for no apparent reason. Although the backgrounds, they're all just incredible 2D animation. Here, blurring again, no fucking reason. Here, a blurred frame. I don't want any blurs in my Nozomu Abe frame. Again, a blurred scene. Went a little bit too overboard here, but doesn't take too much away from the scene. And it's like protein in diet while you're trying to bodybuild. Yes, you probably don't need like 300 grams of protein a day, but that is still better than consuming like 50 grams of protein a day. It's better than not having anything at all, and affordable. Definitely make sure that there's stuff on the screen. I think all of this is 2D, except of course the rotating background. The background itself is 3D. And the blur, maybe it's necessary because the movements are so spontaneous and they're happening so quickly, right? All of this is animated in once, and every single frame is like a completely different pose. It's to show that the characters are moving so fucking fast that they have to do that. It just keeps going. How many frames did this man draw for this? How many drawings? Just the close-up to show that they're 100% evenly matched now, because Uzui's managed to figure out the score, the tempo of his attacks. Wow! Oh, it's so good. The panels flying off. Oh my god. Now you can see the two fighters here. That's Tengen. This is Tengen. And this is Gyutaro. They clash. Crossflare. Boom. They move here now. They clash. Crossflare. So cool. So cool. Man, it's so good. And this is Kunihiro again, right? 100% Kunihiro again. So we went from Kunihiro animating to Abe animating back to Kunihiro. That is so cool. I want to see the Abe stuff in motion again. I'm gonna pause, like make consistent pauses because I don't want to get copyright claimed, but it really is like that. Like this is Kunihiro. Boom. Abe. Seamless. That is so cool. That is so cool. His sword is just jagged lines in this one frame. Ufotable only animates on model. Yeah, his sword is a line here, guys. How do you explain that? His sword is literally a line here. And he coughed blood. I did not see that. Yeah. Yeah, that's really hard to see because of the background being red, but he coughs blood. You can tell from the sound, so that's good. You have the same between Rengoku and Akaza, but Gyutaro does not have the same expression as Akaza did. Akaza was just playing around. Gyutaro is fighting for his life. Insane. So good. Oh my god, that is so incredible. And the sound design keeps up with the animation. Sound designer, incredible fucking job, man. Jeez, it's so, it is insane. It's insane. They just keep speeding up. And boom. End of Abe scene. Seamless transition to Masayuki Kunihiro. Okay, that's a 2D background, huh? Okay, I didn't even notice. By which I mean an illustration. Thought he chopped his arm off there. No. How did he even block that? I don't know. I probably looked, I looked so stupid, right? During the reaction. I don't know, I haven't watched it yet, I'm still recording. But I bet I looked really stupid recording this. You pierce me? I'll chop that fucking arm off, motherfucker. This was insane. Where did he even cut? Oh my god, he cut his face off. Absolute fucking insanity. Don't stop. I only have my face sliced. That is not enough to stop me. Ufotable only animates on model. That's why they're so amazing. Tanjiro is a literal stick here. Less than a stick. He's literally just a smear here. No, being on model does not equal to good animation. That is not how it works. And look at how well that works in motion. Don't judge animation by pausing it. That's such a stupid thing to do. It's always been stupid, right? I might make a whole different video on that, but fuck that. How did that happen? Wait a minute. So fucking ridiculous. I don't know if those are digital effects or 2D effects. Probably 2D. Still so fucking insane that he's got that stuck through his mouth. The base of his mouth. That is so insane. No other shonen protagonist is doing that. Maybe Yuji. I can only think of Yuji who can do something that fucked up and crazy. Midoriya, yeah, he can blow off his fingers, but is there any other shonen protagonist who can do anything that crazy? Shinra, absolutely not. Yeah, I can't think of anything. Naruto driving a kunai into his hand was supposed to be fucking badass. This is not a kunai. He has a demon's sickle through the base of his mouth. Through. That is fucking nuts. Holy fuck. 100 times the force. And his forehead burns. He gets that sign. It deepens. Now it's a true scar. It's not something you get by birth. It's something you earn. And that's shown here. I don't think he's mastered Hinokami Kagura yet. I think that'll be too much. But we know that even with mastered Hinokami Kagura, he cannot possibly beat Gyutaro, right? Like right now, all three of them have what it takes to be a Hashira. Like if Zenitsu masters Godspeed, he's a fucking Hashira. If Inosuke just keeps evolving, keeps doing what he does, and just gets better at what he's doing, he'll be a Hashira. Tanjiro, if he fights 100% of the time, the way he fought against Daki, he'll be a Hashira. So that is insane. That's gotta be thumbnail, right? I can't think of anything else that I'd use as thumbnail. And his hair is flailing like fire. I feel like an idiot calling episode 7 the best episode so far. That doesn't even come close to this. Does not even come fucking close. He chopped through his neck like fucking butter. That is crazy. He's about as strong as Rengoku is with one arm. Maybe even stronger than Rengoku is with one arm. That's already pretty crazy feat for Tanjiro to be as strong as a Hashira. Hashira's single arm, right? This almost looks like Kitsune lightning. Never mind, the timing is entirely off, but the drawings look like Kitsune lightning drawings. Demon Slayer does not really do lightning like Kitsune lightning, but this I do think it's 2D. I want to see that in motion. That's cool, very cool. I mean, I probably said that while reacting. Is that paint? I think that is. Is that actual glass on paint animation? Because then they would be like the second anime ever to do that after Mob Psycho 100, of course. But considering affordable, that might be just be something digital. Would be really cool if it was actual paint on glass animation though. Inosuke slices and dices those off. Exactly my thoughts. Look at this. This is wallpaper worthy. Just a wallpaper worthy frame, just throw it in there. Who gives a shit, right? No one's gonna pause and appreciate that. You underestimate the power of nerds. He can slice through that with his serrated edge. I need to hear that again. Sounds exactly like a little kid. Excellent voice acting, as it always has been. Yeah, he's slicing through that like butter. Is this Abe again? Or Miwa? It's Miwa. This is Kazuhiro Miwa again. I can tell from the lines. No one else does sketchy lines like that to show motion. All of this is so fucking incredible, man. It's so good. It's so good. Impact frames? Yeah, impact frames. Very cool. Mixing with both of their breathing techniques mix, Inosuke's and Zenitsu's. And just absolutely chop through that. Boom. Wait, that feels like Abe's timing again. That's Abe, right? It's gotta be. Yeah, it feels like his timing. Oh yeah, that's Abe. That's so cool. Abe animates again. Of course he does, it's the absolute finale. That is fucking gross, I'm sorry. Just gonna use the tissue. There, I'm back. No more fucking mucus coming out of my nose. And please watch from the grave. She's not dead. Again, a scene that really shows how real the struggle is. This is one Hashira, man. No, sorry. This is one upper rank demon. I mean, yeah, there are two, but they're one. They're really, and they're the weakest upper demon. It's upper 6 that they're struggling this much to beat. So that just makes Rengoku going against upper demon 3 all that much more impressive. It is so cool. Okay, We don't see anyone getting sliced, but then again, we also see everything getting fucking powdered. And like all insane episodes, it ends like this. With the credits just popping up. Like a ReZero episode. Because this felt like this was as brutal as a ReZero episode for sure. And then they do this goofy shit for no reason. And it's hilarious. It worked. Again, made me laugh, but they did not have to. So anyway, final conclusion. Yeah, pretty good episode. Nothing special. Yeah, it's a Demon Slayer. I enjoyed it. Yes, I think it's one of the best episodes I've ever watched in my fucking life. Holy fuck, this is peak shonen. This is what we love about shonen. And this was actually incredible. Like it's the perfect balance between old shonen and new shonen, because this fight, it lasted for quite a bit number of episodes. Gyutaro was introduced 3 episodes ago. And the fight has started since then, and now we got the conclusion. And boy, was it a conclusion. Oh, I'm gonna rewatch this so many times. I'm gonna rewatch this so many times that I can I study all the voice lines by heart. I thought what Ufotable could achieve cannot possibly surpass what they did with episode 7, but I was wrong. We got a third Nozomu Abe sequence. We got a third Masayuki Kunihiro, 4 Masayuki Kunihiro sequence, because Kunihiro animated twice in this episode. So did Abe, but only one major scene. I started this episode with appreciation to like a reaction mashup channel. It's a Panda Annie Collector. And I'm gonna end this episode with appreciation towards Studio Ufotable. Thanks for providing us with this content. We don't deserve this. We truly don't. Humanity as a whole has done nothing to deserve this. We must first fight through world hunger, then solve world peace, and lastly, the most difficult task, we should solve the religion system and caste system in India, and only then do we deserve anything from Ufotable. Because this is the peak of anything I have seen in shonen anime. There hasn't been a single episode better than this in shonen anime. Some Hunter x Hunter episodes, yeah, they're up there. Like this is up there with Netero versus Meruem fight. From the writing point, of course not. Of course not. Who cares? Who cares about Demon Slayer's writing? Right? If you have visuals of this level, who care about the writing? No one does. No one's watching Ufotable for the amazing writing, amazing dialogue. No one's doing that. And it's fine. Boy, yeah. So, shonen episodes. Demon Slayer, officially it surpassed Jujutsu Kaisen for me. And Jujutsu Kaisen was number 1 shonen for me right now. For the new age shonen, right? My Hero Academia, Fire Force, Demon Slayer, Jujutsu Kaisen. I've seen all of these. And Jujutsu Kaisen was at number 1. Not anymore. Demon Slayer at the top. And Jujutsu Kaisen is a second, because season 1 was more like a introductory season for Jujutsu Kaisen. So same with Demon Slayer, right? So Jujutsu Kaisen season 2 might be like surpass this, but they're not surpassing this with the composite. No, Mappa's composite is shit. And Mob Psycho 100, there's also that. So yeah, Mob Psycho is still my favorite. Yeah, Mob Psycho is still my favorite. Oh, now I'm thinking about Mob Psycho season 2 episode 5, Mob Psycho season 2 episode 11. I'd put this at the same level though. Maybe it's recency bias, but I do think this is as good as Mob Psycho season 2 episode 5. Not in animation, of course not. Mob Psycho is far superior. Not far superior, that's too much. It is superior, just superior in animation. But boy, do they more than make up for that with the composite. Yuichi Terao, I'm willing to suck your dick. Please flap it out if I ever have the opportunity to meet you. Yuichi Terao, if you don't know, is the chief digital effects supervisor and compositing director of Ufotable. And yeah, he did the insane. He did the insane thing here. He did the insane thing. I can't even form words anymore. Fuck me. This episode was just that good. Yeah, thank you, Affordable. Thank you so much. And I'm gonna try to sleep because it's 1 a.m. right now. I'm not gonna be able to. I need to edit this, I need to upload this, and I'll be awake because of the hype. And then of course, when I wake up, there's Attack on Titan, so I have to watch that, edit that shit. So ultimately, I'm just gonna be kept up because of hype for an entire fucking day. But it is what it is. And what it is just one of the best episodes I've ever seen in my life. Yeah, that's about it. Thank you for witnessing this for a second time, because you've probably seen this and then you're coming to my review section, because otherwise it's kind of weird. But yeah, thank you for coming back here and enjoying this episode for a second time along with me. And that's about it. Thanks for watching, everyone. Thanks a lot. I'm truly speechless, but also when I'm speechless, I talk a lot, if that makes sense. But everything that I say is bullshit, like right now. What I'm saying does not make sense. But I still enjoy the episode, nevertheless. Yeah. This episode is going to be long. The video is going to be long because the breakdown was long. Me blabbering bullshit is also long. So I'm just going to end the video here, or I'm just going to keep blabbering about bullshit. If you enjoyed my reaction and my review section, leave a like. If you really liked it, then subscribe. If you disliked it, then leave a comment. Tell me how I can improve. And that's about it. Thanks for the views. I'll see you next time.